So I hurried back to the tent that glowed yellow in the dark from the lanterns lit within, hesitating before I reached the door, wondering if she'd be in there staring at the food, or perhaps trying to use the spear to reach it. I decided if she had, I would give grace and ignore her disobedience until she taunted me. So, grasping the canvas door and pulling it aside, I was smiling, but I froze before I even stepped into the tent. The fetch was on her feet in the cage, the spear held against her forearm for quick use, but it wasn't what she was focused on. She was undulating. It took a moment to realize that she moved in time with the music, but the refrain in the night was bright and jolly, while her movements were much slower, and I swallowed hard. She had her back to me, her hair swaying around her shoulders, but her hips seemed to have a life of their own, able to roll and extend in almost disparate movements from the rest of her, as if her waist lengthened. She rippled like water, her body flowing as easily as her hair, and with her back to me, the rounds of her ass were presented, rolling and bobbing like a taut peach hanging in the wind, ready for plucking. The roof of my mouth went dry. Then she raised her arms, one hand curled gracefully over her head, the other clutching the spear, and yet somehow she made it look like a part of the dance. But that position pulled her shirt up, revealing a slice of skin above her leathers, the hollow of her spine as it rolled in the dance. A very beautiful, very feminine, very startling dance. Which was when I realized I was standing there staring at her. At the exact moment her undulating, whirling dance shifted her slightly towards me, and she turned her head to find me gaping like an innocent lad. She froze for a second, and I saw a flash of fear in those large eyes. But just as I bristled, she came alive again, turning her body and catching the music, rippling in that inexplicable way, as if her spine had no substance and she were a serpent. Then she glanced at me over the other shoulder and smiled. "Hungry, General?" she asked slyly. I blinked. Then, a moment too late, growled. When her tinkling laugh reached my hot ears, I humphed and turned on my heels, storming back out to join Jan after all. But even when I accepted his welcome, and those of the half-drunk soldiers around the fire, even when I finished dancing myself and just sat enjoying the music and singing, a mug of ale on my knee, staring into the fire, even then, the flickering, rolling flames reminded me of nothing as much as her warm, rippling body.